G'day folks, how you doing today? I'm just showing you a battle that I did late last year, 2022. I do enjoy Tier 3. When you've got a crew that's pretty updated and you come across some bots, it can be quite a lot of fun, and hopefully I can teach you how to stay alive for as long as possible in a Tier 3 battle, which will go on to serve you greatly in future higher tier battles. You know, we do like to watch guys like Quick Fingers and Skill, people like that. But you know, they show you how to play the higher tier battles, but really you do need to learn how to play Tier 3 battles, because that's where we all start when we first join in the game, unless you've got a lot of money and you want to spend. So as you can see here, I zoomed ahead and tried to spot and give my team a bit of an idea of what's going on. Only spotted a T2 light. Let's see how we go up against these guys. So I'm just going to sneak around here and just make sure nothing peeks and attacks my guys. So here we have our first Tier 3 like for like tank. Now my crew is pretty upgraded here, so they've got fast rate of fire, quick reload, and quite good spotting. But let's just hold back a little bit till my team have made it across the paddock. If he fires, he will become invisible. Notice I'm keeping the lower part of my tank as low as possible behind that mound. But I would say he's still there, and he's going to try and push on me and get a bit closer so that I'm spotted, and try to keep me spotted so that they always know where I am. So getting some good shots on him. So he's destroyed one of my tanks. There's my first kill of this battle. So the battle's pretty even at the moment. We do need to push hard on this line now with the remaining tanks that I've got to create some pressure and hopefully inflict some damage on them. Now I've noticed on the other side that we are down a couple of tanks. I will have to leave my two fellas to hold the line back on the one line, and I'm going back to help my team on the other side, because I can see that they're down considerably. We need to strengthen that line, 4 against 4. Now there's only 3 of them, 4 of them against 3 of us, so carefully spotting, carefully backing them up as they escape. If anyone pokes, I'll be ready for them to tell them to stay down. What I'll do now is I'll jump a few minutes in the battle. Let's see where we are in 4 or 5 minutes. So as you can see, basically just holding the line, spotting anyone that's going to be trying to come into this area and take us over. So I've got to move back and forth and really keep an eye on our defences. At all times keeping my tank out of view of being able to be hit from any angle where they might pop their heads up. So my two guys have come up against some tanks. In hindsight, it might have been a good idea to stay over there and help them. I get a lucky track and I'm able to pound a few more into him. Possibly even blind. No, I don't think I managed to destroy him, but yeah. They've made a big mistake questioning their life choices, as Skilled would say. Okay, here they come. The M14 doing a good job against him. Now their Pz IIIE should have pushed in behind the Pz IIIC because he doesn't have any threat, but the Pz IIIC is a lot faster. Here I'm wasting gold on unlikely hits, not realising that I had gold loaded, but that never mind. That would have been useful later in the battle. Got to be very careful that those gold are kept for extreme situations where you're not able to pen, especially if you've got a crew with lower skills that aren't able to get those shots, those critical hits accurately into the side of the enemy tank. So very careful peek, just to make sure that there's always a avenue of escape. Reassessing what I'm going to be doing now. So here I'm making sure the Pz IIIT is not pushing on us too hard. So now I've decided to go back and hunt that Pz IIIT. So he's come over quite aggressively at me, but the slower reload has meant that I've got some terrible shots. And he's just a bot as well, so it shouldn't be a hard kill. Probably a bit silly to ram. I probably could have killed him. It reduced my health a lot. So now you've got some options. You can either go and help clean up the last lot of tanks, or scout to make sure that we're not being flanked to our base. We have a TD in the far corner to protect our base anyway, but we want to be able to see what the enemy are doing, and you want to do it carefully and quickly, making sure that you get quickly into cover if anything does appear. So we're just going to push in on the base. I've got a feeling, I had a feeling that the Somewhere in the S-35 had gone back to the base. And I think we find that indeed they have, doing something very similar to what our TD is doing. So there, definitely the somewhere is there. Question is, how do we push in on the base without getting spotted? So I want to see where the S35 is as well, if he is indeed there. So I'm just waiting for the M14 to come up as well. Now hopefully he doesn't poke too much and get destroyed, which is the danger. But once that tank fires, I'll know that he's there. What really annoys me is that our TD is not coming up to help us. Okay, getting some good hits on the somewhere, and we've destroyed him. Very dangerous. I need to get him behind the other tank and come in and attack him from the same direction. I know that he's probably looking at me. He's not too worried about the 1C, because the 1C probably can't pen him, and being a bot hasn't got much of a chance of penning him. So it's up to me now, and my TD that's sitting up the back corner, but he's not going to be any use at all. So I'm going to sneak up on him using as much cover as I can, rocks, etc., bushes and trees. So he's poking up and spotting me, hoping for a shot on me. Okay, here comes the TD. Bit late, but better late than never. But if you look at the time, I don't think he's going to make it, so it's up to me. So I really need to do something now, so I'm going to sneak around behind that rock. Keep spotting me. Now I'm safely behind the rocks. I can go down into the valley and get a bit closer. Be able to spot him. So with 1 minute to spare, I have a couple of gold shots which I've loaded. I need it against this tank, very hard to pen. So now I know where he is, I'll be able to get a shot in on him hopefully. He's going for the 1C. He's disappeared and he's hoping for a draw now. He's hoping that I'm not going to push on him and risk a loss. Gets a shot on me and then I get a shot on him, and that's a win for us. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy tanking.